Howdy y'all from McLeod Homestead. So we made it through Hurricane Beryl. We went over 100 hours with no power using the generator here. So we've reached the point that we need to do another oil change. So that's what I'm just going to show y'all today on how to do the oil change on these. It's really super simple. I'm actually already set up, and I'll just kind of give you an overview of it. And this should overall take less than 30 minutes. Of course, the video won't be that long. So let's get after it. So this is my setup on how I get this done. With my oil pan, I do have to raise it up onto some blocks there. So I just use a 4x4 under the back wheels or the wheels, and then two 2x-whatever's on the front legs, just to get it up enough that my oil pan can slide under there. If you got a smaller oil pan, you won't have to do that. If you got another way to do it, hey, shoot me a comment down below. It don't take long to set it up. This is my second time doing an oil change, so I got it down pretty easy. I do also put down a piece of cardboard. I always keep a good scrap piece of cardboard. Something my pa's always taught me. So you're not having to lay on the concrete. Yeah, the cardboard's dirty, but it's just something about laying on dirty cardboard compared to dirty concrete. So the oil I use here is just the Valvoline Daily Protection 10W30, and that's it. So following Duromax's manual, after the first month or 8 hours, you should be doing an oil change, and then this here is where you start figuring it out for yourself, kind of. I mean, it says 3 months or 50 hours of heavy use, or 6 months or 100 hours of normal use. Well, y'all, I don't know the difference between heavy and normal use, so Duromax, if you're watching, maybe put a little clarification down below. But for me, so far, my normal use has been running it on my entire house. I doubt that that's what you mean, so I'm going by the heavy use here. So we are going to go ahead and get this oil changed. So I'm going to move you in closer here so you can see, and this is all in the manual, but if you want to see it, there's going to be your oil dipstick. Check your oil, fill your oil. But then right here is going to be your oil drain plug. So we're out in the shed here. But all we're going to do is we're going to crack that open, and we're just going to let it drain down there. And once it's drained, you're going to put that plug back in and fill it up. So that's it. Let's get after it. So get this drain plug loose, you are going to need a 12mm socket. I guess you could do it with the wrench. Socket's super simple. You're just going to put it on there, you're going to crack it loose. So I take it a little easy for that initial crack loose. Bring it on out. Till you see that liquid gold flowing. And you're just going to let that drain on out, y'all. So we got it all drained down here now. And something else you need to do is you need to go ahead and pull that cap so that it can drain on out. Otherwise, it's going to sit there and suck air back up in. It's going to slow it down. Just go ahead and pull it out, and it'll help it flow on out smoother. So once you're all drained down, we're just going to go ahead and put that drain plug back in. Yes, I know it is righty-tighty. I always like to go a little lefty-loosey till I feel that first thread sit down, and then go on in, try to make sure I don't cross thread it there. Now Duromax does have a spec setting, torque setting in their manual. I just do it good and tight. So far I've been lucky on it. So drain plugs all back in. So now it's time to get it topped back off. So they do provide you with a funnel and tube, which fits nicely down into the drain fill. You're going to need 1 and a little over 1/4 quarts of oil here for this. And you're just going to go ahead and put in that first quart because it's going to take all of it. Now also in the manual it talks about when you're filling this oil back up, you're going to go to the top of the threads inside there. So hopefully y'all can see that in there. So there's the oil up in there, in those threads. That is it. So as you're filling it, just make sure you're not dripping out your oil plug here. That'll be a big indicator you didn't get that on there tight enough. And we're just going to go ahead and put that back on. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, then I'm going to pull it and check the oil using the dipstick there just to make sure everything's good. While it's sitting, I will go ahead and get it down off the blocks. So on my other video, y'all, some of y'all were asking me about my plug covers. So my 110 plug covers, these are just child proof plug covers. I got a toddler at the house, so I got a ton of these laying around. As far as my other covers, these are the plugs that came with the generator to make your own cables. I got a problem where, let's see if y'all can still see it. You can see the residue here. So I had dirt daubers getting into the holes of the plugs out here in the shed and trying to make nests. So keep them out when I'm not running it and it's in storage. I just plug those in, keeps things out of it. I know somebody did suggest Duromax does make a dust cover for this. I just don't think that dust cover is going to keep dirt daubers out. They'll just climb up in there and make nests all over this thing. But let's get it down off the blocks and check the level and fire it up and check for any leaks. All right, so we got it down off the blocks here. I did already check the oil. Dipstick still shows that we're good. We haven't seen any leaks. I always like to fire it up. It gives me the hours on it just so I can make a note of it. So you're going to notice, because I'll show you the hours, I am over my 50-hour mark. My generator was broke in under fire there. We had power outage back Memorial Day week, and we had to fire it up and run at that point. So it didn't get its easy 8-hour break-in. It's been doing great so far. This last time, if I would have went another day, I was going to go ahead and do an oil change. Like I said, it takes less than 30 minutes to do it. So you can do this during a power outage. Just get out there between either propane refills or gas tank refills and let it sit for a little bit, cool down, and then get that oil change so you take care of this. It's taking care of you. You need to take care of it. So let's just get it fired up and make sure we ain't got any leaks here. So we're going to flip it over to propane. I already got my propane tank hooked up and on. Turn that battery on. And then just hit the start button. Give it a second. that's it, y'all. That's the oil change on the Duromax XP13000HX. Super simple, like I said earlier. Take care of your generator. It's taking care of you and your family. Try to keep up with that maintenance. It'll help it last a lot longer. If you got any questions, you want to see something else, leave me a comment down below. I do my best to respond to every comment. So I will try to get back to you. If I don't know the answer, maybe somebody else will. If you like what you're watching, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Now, if you really like it, please feel free to share it with friends and family. But yeah, hopefully this helps. I'm more of a visual learner. You can insert your redneck or marine jokes there. So manual doesn't come in crayon. So I'm more of a hands-on, get in there, figure it out guy. So if you haven't already watched my video from earlier, click it on up here. And then you can go check it out. It's just an overview of the Duromax generator that I use and the hookup to the house. So if you want to see something else, leave me a comment. So if you don't like what you're seeing, leave me a comment too. Let me know. So, but y'all stay safe, stay cool, stay dry.